You are about to meet a beautiful woman who once heard some very ugly words. The story of how she reacted to those words is very inspiring for all of us. Avital Miller is here. She is the author of a book called Healing Happens, Stories of Healing Against All Odds. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Joel.
Why'd you write this book?
A lot of people wonder that because I was a mechanical engineering degree, a program manager at Microsoft, and there I am working on healing.
Right. A limited demographic, I would think. Not a lot of Microsoft people become experts on healing.
Yes.
How did this happen?
Well, funny thing too is that we love science.
Right.
But what happened was I defied science. I healed from a disease the doctor said was incurable. Today I have this healthy, happy life. And at Microsoft, it was a great company, but it wasn't quite my passion.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually became a yoga and fitness teacher, trainer, director. And there I am at 25 years old, known as the Energizer Bunny.
Right.
But then I started having issues with fatigue, hair loss. I was losing the muscles in my body. They were turning to fat, and I was weaker than my students.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the doctors diagnosed me with an autoimmune disorder called Hashimoto's that causes hypothyroidism. They gave me a bunch of medication, sent me out the door, and said, that's it for life.
Why did you choose to defy this? Was the regimen that they wanted to put you on of whatever medications, you were was it all that bad? Why did you say no?
I believed the doctors. I did not know that those fatal words, this is it for life, did not have to be my fate.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did decide was that I'm going to do the best that I can.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned more about diet. I learned more about the mind, about emotions. All of that studied me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started meditating. I realized that became my medication because the doctors taped me off of my
Meditation
medicine.
became your medication. Got it. So in the whole menu of stuff, you think that was the most important element?
That was the most important element for what happened with me. But what I've been learning during this time is that there are tons of stories out there, not just mine, of people who've had even more extreme stories, told they're going to die in a few months or even a few hours. And I'm meeting them a few years later, fully vibrant, healthy people, even sharing with others how they healed. And these are stories of cancer, of diabetes, MS, bipolar, blindness. The list goes on. This is all what's going into my book.
Now, what are the common denominators that you have found among the people who have defied the odds?
There's tons of them. So let me give you 4 of them right now.
Please. Yeah.
First one, don't believe everything your doctor says.
Right. And here you are, a trained scientist, saying don't believe everything science says, okay?
That's right, that's right. Sometimes the body has some wisdom in there, but there's 100,000 people documented who die a year from medications.
Right.
The studies on food and drugs are funded by the very people who profit from those results.
I'm familiar with this.
Yet at the same time, I've probably seen about 150 stories so far of people who healed when the doctor said it was not possible.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Take what they say with not only a grain of salt, but a shaker, if not a mountain. Number 2.
Number 2, celebrate your reason to live. For a lot of people, they want to see their kids grow up, their grandkids go up, walk the daughter down the aisle. My favorite story was a woman who wanted to finish watching a soap opera series.
Oh, God, that really does bring it down to the basics. All right, number 3.
Number 3, do what you can. Simple changes in diet, adding meditation, has at worst helped people feel better, at best completely helped them heal. You can be an active participant in the process.
And the 4th?
Number 4, listen, I think disease sucks. I don't think it's some divine retribution that came because we did something wrong. So just imagine if there was possibly any reason why this was happening, maybe coming from a divine source.
So again, we're not talking about a guilt trip. We're not talking about saying to somebody, you've been afflicted with this because you messed up in life. We're talking about saying, okay, if there were a reason for this, or if there was something that I am supposed to learn from this, what would that be?
Exactly. Is there a gift behind this? Am I getting a new divine design?
If you could go back to before this diagnosis and live as you were living then, Would you? Or do you prefer your life now?
Well, of course, I prefer my life now. I've moved environments, I have left relationships, I have changed jobs, I have changed my diet, all of those things, and every time I'm better than how I was before.
Okay.
Besides that, I love being able to see the light on people's faces when I can let them know that I healed and they can too.
And that's part of your reason for living now.
I think so.
Thank you so much for sharing all that with us.
Thank you so much, Joel.